why I'm not allowed to hook up with all my friends. I want to, and everyone's like, oh, it'll get awkward. No, it won't be awkward. It'll be hilarious. Or you're gonna draw a line. Like, lines are gay. I like my friends. Like, so of course I should hook up with them. Like, I want to kiss my friends, and people think that's stupid. And like, here's the thing. Like, all my friends are like smart and funny and really attractive because that's how I roll. And like, I like my friends much more than I've liked any of my ex-boyfriends. So like, it just goes like it stands to reason I should hook up with them. And plus, all my friends are gay, which makes it easier. Like, this wasn't always the case. I actually never met a gay person until my first day of college. I'm sorry, I had a crepe, and like, my goodness. It was really good, but I guess apparently. Anyway, so I mean, there was a cousin of like on my father's side who was like shrouded in mystery, and I think I met him once. He was like 30 years older than I was. He used to like renounce his homosexuality like once a month. He would like run down the aisle of the church and like throw all his drag clothes on the altar, which like to my 7-year-old mind just seemed like a really big waste. But it also like terrified me, and because I could see myself in that, and that was awful. And then in high school there was this kid I kissed once in the back of the theater, but we decided that I was just gay for him, and he was just gay for Ricky Martin, so it was okay. And plus I didn't feel anything. Like, I felt nothing when I kissed him. It was like kissing a fish. But I walked into my literature humanities class, like my first day of college, and and there he was. Like, he was like in like 6 different shades of charcoal, and they were all by Banana Republic. And in my memory, he's wearing this big, huge scarf, but they weren't really in back then. This was like 10 years ago, so clearly I'm lying to myself. And he was wearing these like great rectangular glasses underneath like bushy eyebrows, and these like teeny tiny lips, which like moved around like a comma or something. And he was just like, he was amazing. Like, he was amazing. And for whatever reason, like, he wanted to be my friend, and I let him. He took me under his wing, and I thought he was fantastic. And he just like showed me the ropes. Like, I was in New York, I was from Baltimore, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, he showed me how to dress, because like I brought like 35 like flannel shirts to college, because apparently though I wasn't willing to come out as gay, I was willing to come out as a lesbian. And so, but he wasn't like all like bitchy about it. Like one day I came to class, I swear to God, one day I came to class and he's like ridiculous black parachute pants and this orange spandex shirt, like tucked in, and like all he did was like come over at the break in class and was like, honey, maybe we shouldn't tuck. And I was like, okay, all right, we won't tuck. He took me to this coffee shop, and where we had lemon squares, and he told me about how his family had to like flee Tehran in the middle of the night, and how his father had almost not made it, and how like, you know, all he wanted in life was to make his parents proud and to prove that their struggle was worth it, and how they could never know that he was gay, but that wasn't going to stop him from living his life, you know, happily in the island of Manhattan while they were on Staten Island. And I felt my world like expand and bloom and explode, and I felt everything was so much more complex, but simpler, and it made sense to me. Excuse me. I was obsessed with him. I was obsessed with him. I used to go to this like secret like coming out club 12-step meeting where like, you know, it was for like queer and questioning youth, and like I would like sneak in with my fedora or whatever, and all I did was talk about him. I just talked about him every day. I didn't talk about how if I was ever going to come out, or like my grades, or how I was like going completely crazy in college. I just talked about him. I just talked to him all the time. So one day I decided that I needed to tell him. It was necessary. It was like February, I think. And like, we were coming back from a movie, and the campus had this huge quad, and everybody had disappeared from the quad. It was like 10 o'clock at night or something. Everyone in New York had disappeared. It was just me and him. So we're walking back to his dorm, and I say to him, I was like, I don't want to make this awkward, but I have really strong feelings for you, and I thought you should know. Actually, like, I had started to walk back before I even got it, so it's more like I have feelings for you, and can I borrow your copy of the Alien? Like, he was really nice and gracious about it, and I don't really remember what he said, and that doesn't matter, actually, what he said. You know, obviously, like, nothing ever happened between us. But, you know, like, what I realized years later was that, like, during that course of the year, like, when he, like, took me to, like, coffee shops and, like, showed me, like, how to, like, be a person, and he, like, never showed me, like, those things. Like, he never, like, put mascara on me, or took me to a club, or, like, you know, took me to get an HIV test, or any thing that, like, you see in a movie. Like, he never even kissed me, but, like, he created a space for me in my life that was safe enough for me to be honest with him. And that was something I'd never done. I'd never been honest with anyone else about who I was or how I felt. In fact, what I did that night was I'd been honest with two people. I'd been honest with him and with myself, and for that, you know, I have to thank him. So if I ever see him again, I'll probably just say, "Thank you."